Yo, pause. What's crazy about this Diddy whole situation is that every day we wake up, there's a new story, there's a new page. It's like reading a book that's about 50,000 pages long. And every day you flip a new page, new story. Flip a new page, new, exciting, intriguing, crazy, however you want to look at it, part. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. That is where Diddy's life is at right now. Because people are dissecting everything this man has ever said on video. People are going back and they're playing the videos, like the video with Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber was a kid and Diddy was asking him, how come you don't party with me no more? How come you don't call me no more? Right? People are going back and some things they're putting into context, proper context, and some things they're taking way out of context. So this is not looking good, but here is some more information. So an old video clip shows Diddy joking about using locks on the doors to keep people inside of his parties. Damn. Now you know that's one of the charges because it's not illegal to party and it's not illegal to invite a bunch of people over and a bunch of grown consenting adults get all liquored up and then everybody starts showing each other sexual favors and it turns into one big orgy. That's not illegal, actually. What is illegal is inviting somebody over, making them think they're going to, say for instance, oh, it's just a friendly family gathering, and then they get there, and an hour into the friendly family gathering, all doors are locked, and everybody is drunk and high around them, including them who don't do drugs, because you spiked their drink. And now they're freaking out, and they're trying to leave, and you have locks on the doors or you have security guards standing at the doors, baby oil everywhere, everybody is slipping on the floor and baby, gets crazy. That's where the legalities of it comes in, right? So some disturbing remarks Sean Diddy Combs once made about his infamous parties has come back again over this weekend. Following his bombshell arrest and his racketeering and sex trafficking charges on Monday, these comments that were made in the past, just like everything else he did, is being rehashed all over again. People are putting it into context, some out of context, some into proper context. In a 2002 interview on a late night with Conan O'Brien. Y'all remember Conan O'Brien, for those of us who've been around long enough. Hot late night show. Conan O'Brien was interviewing Diddy. Diddy offered some hosting tips when he was asked about the key ingredients to throw a great party. Now you got to understand, by this time, word was out all over the industry, everywhere, even in the streets. To be at a Diddy party is to experience something you've never experienced in your life. This is where it goes down, down, down. So, of course, naturally, when he gets on these famous talk shows, it's 2024, y'all. We're talking about 2002. We're talking about 20 plus years ago. So, Diddy was at the height of being Diddy, bad boy, honcho. Everybody wanted to know about his parties. So Conan O'Brien asked him in an interview. He said, what's the key ingredient to throw in a great party? Now, I don't know if Diddy was liquored up on this interview or if he was rolling on some X pills or whatever he was doing. But sometimes you got to remember in life that it's like getting read your Miranda rights at the police station. What you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. You have a right to not answer these questions. So be very careful, because what you say can come back and bite you in the ass years later, just like how Most of what Diddy said on tape is coming back to bite him in the ass. Now, pause. Breaking things down for Conan O'Brien, who was the host, Diddy said, quote unquote, check this out. He said, this is what you need to do. Women, this is his ingredients for an awesome party. Women, beautiful women, of course. Beautiful men for the ladies, of course. Pause. When did men start calling men beautiful men, right? But it was all in front of us already, because I'm from back in 2002, right? I was a young teenager back in 2002, mid-teenage years. We didn't, well, no, I was 20 back in 2002. Many of us were not as men calling men beautiful. But okay, let's go through what he said. He says, this is what you need to do, Conan. You need women for the party. You need beautiful women, of course. You need beautiful men for the ladies, of course. For the ladies, of course. We need alcohols, some water. I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. So if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave. Got to keep them there, though. You need locks for the doors. Then Conan said, locks for the doors? This is sounding kind of dangerous now. Diddy answered and said, it's a little kinky. Jesus Christ. You need a lot of heat. It gets worse. It gets worse. Listen. Diddy said you need a lot of heat. Don't have no air conditioning. Heat affects the alcohol. And it also affects, like, you know, everybody also gets a little more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat. Then Conan replied and said, that just sounds disgusting. So if you're picturing all this in your head, you need to have beautiful people, beautiful men, beautiful women locked in a room where you cut the AC off and you serve them lots of alcohol, have a little bit of water there for the ladies, right? Turn the AC off so everybody is sweating, everybody is building up a nice little sweat, and make sure you have locks for the doors. I don't know if he was saying locks for the doors because it's a Diddy party and people will be trying to break in, or locks for the doors because he didn't want anyone getting out. But in light of what's happening now, I am absolutely sure that everybody is going to hear this or see this and say, oh, nah, he meant locks for the doors so anybody who was trying to leave could not leave. The host, Conan O'Brien, said, this just sounds disgusting. Diddy replied to him and said, it just depends on the way you look at it. Diddy was indicted on racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges in New York City. He is accused of using his power and his prestige for years to coerce victims into participating in these sex parties, which he referred to as freak-offs. The music mogul has outright denied those types of charges through his lawyers, who said that Mr. Combs, he will be fighting all of this in court. All of his energy and all of his might he'll be used to fight this against his indictment. On Wednesday, U.S. District Judge Andrew L. Carter denied him his second request at bail, saying that he is a danger to the community and that he would pose a serious risk to integrity of his trial if he is released. Meaning, if we let you out of here, we think you're going to be harming people outside. I don't know, maybe trying to off some people so they won't testify, reach out to others, send hitmen or henchmen to go do dirty work to others. You have the means and the resources to do so, and you've proven that you would do so because we have proof that you were reaching out and contacting these people, witnesses to this case, they have told us all that they all also fear for their lives. There are stories from Diddy's past. We don't know if they're confirmed to be true, but there are stories that people have been stalked, people have been hurt, people even have been murdered, so they would not testify or would not tell what they saw. So we're just going to hold you here. Forget the bail. You're just going to sit here. And, of course, you are a serious risk to the integrity of the case, meaning he could be out here paying people off, switching up things and making things go the way how he wants it to go in the outcome of this case. That's the judge's word. So Diddy will likely remain in custody. He is still at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center until his trial. Recently, right before we did this video, what we saw was a report that said that Diddy was moved to a New Jersey federal prison. But it turns out, so far, that has not been true, because this morning report says he is still in Brooklyn doing what he does. Now, funny thing is, a lot of people names are coming up. A lot of celebrities who went to these parties that Diddy held will be getting a deposition. They will be getting subpoenaed to get to court to testify. And I believe a lot of them, maybe they can plead the fifth. I don't know. But I'm guessing that if they don't have a choice, they'll have to show up in court. This is going to make for a good movie. One of the people who many people are saying it could be a key ingredient to this whole case is none other than Usher and Justin Bieber. If you let the streets tell it, or if you let industry insiders tell it, they'll say Usher was given to Diddy first. Very young age. Usher was up there seeing stuff he wasn't supposed to see, doing things he wasn't supposed to do. That's what they say, not Usher. And then Usher offered up Justin Bieber on a platter to Diddy. Now, fast forward to today, September 23rd of 2024, as this whole thing continues to explode in slow motion and the layers are being peeled back and more names are being called and people are being put on notice to have a contingency plan in case their name is called next. You're going to have to get your lawyers. You're going to have to defend yourself. You're going to have to show the courts that you weren't a part, an enabler, participator in any of these things that he's accused of in this 14 pages of the indictment. Singer Usher apparently, abruptly, had deleted all of his X posts. X used to be Twitter over the weekend. Now, it is said speculations turned to his friendship with Diddy, who was arrested after being indicted in the sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Usher hasn't been implicated in any crimes yet, and Diddy has denied the allegations and has pled not guilty. However, Usher's posts returned Sunday evening with the singer claiming somebody hacked his X, his Twitter. His message said, "The account got hacked, and damn, y'all ran with it. See you tonight at Intuit Dome." Somebody hacked it, removed all his stuff, over 5,000 tweets, and he had it restored. But this is how quick people are to put stuff into perspective, because as soon as his ex Twitter account got hacked, everybody was like, oh shit, Usher's name is being called next. And he's cleaning up. He's cleaning up either to not implicate Diddy in anything or not leave any traces behind that could be used against Diddy and also could implicate him. But after people ran with that, You looked and boom, everything was back up. So Usher's friendship with Diddy goes all the way back into the 90s, man, when they lived with Diddy for a year to learn about the industry. Usher said, quote unquote, I got a chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle and I saw it. I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. He was on a Howard Stern interview. He then said, I had curiosity of my own. I just didn't understand it. It was pretty wild. It was crazy. They asked him, would you let your young teenage son or daughter stay over there in those conditions under what the things you saw and experienced and whatever? And he said, oh heavens, no, 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 hell no. Meanwhile, a lot of other people have also been deleting their social media posts and packing up and stepping down from their positions and just like they're getting ready. They're getting ready, expecting that their names will be called. There's a lot of video clips and pictures out there already. We know who used to go to the parties. Well, we know some of them who used to go to the parties. I was just looking right now, just looking through old pictures of Diddy's parties from back in the years, coming all the way up. And, you know, there's quite a few people. People in the party with their no clothes on, or their shirt off, rather. People in the party, you know, very intimate with each other. I mean, it was a time gone by, right? And nobody thought that that time would turn into what it has turned into now. That's what I'm saying. It's like the Miranda rights coming to life. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. I don't think Diddy telling Conan O'Brien his party tips, how to throw a good party, is going to age well. I think back then, a part of it was him being excited about this type of lifestyle and wanting to sell it to the world, so the intriguingness of it sells records. But he didn't realize that one day it would be looked at as criminal. That part. I'm going to leave this video right here for now. But y'all just remember, if you out here throwing parties, don't have no locks for the doors. Don't ply people with alcohol. Don't encourage anybody to have sexual activities going on in your parties. Because somebody in there might be super drunk, unable to consent, because they've passed that point of soberness. And now you're liable. It's just the way it is. Be honest about what your party is about if you're throwing parties, so people know what they're getting into. And then they have a choice. They can say, nah, I don't want to come to that. But don't sell it, because that's what they're accusing Diddy of. Don't sell it as a wholesome family trip. Don't sell it as a family get-together. Don't sell it as, it's just a little backyard cook-up, you know. And when people get there, it's smashing and bashing going on. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.